Good morning, this is Sherry and I'm coming to you from sunny Orlando. And we just met up with our children after being in Denver, and we drove yesterday from where our kids were staying in the Fort Lauderdale area all the way to Orlando. And I just wanted to let you know about the trip, because on the trip something interesting happened. My husband and I started reading the book Think and Grow Rich on the way from New York to Florida. And we picked up where we left off yesterday in the car on the 3-hour ride. And one of the quotes from the book really stood out that we actually stopped and spoke to our kids about it. And let me read the quote. It's written by a poet by the name of Henley. And it's quoted in the Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book. And it says, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I have the power to control my thoughts." And think about that for a minute, because it's just so powerful. And so I turned to each one of my children and I spoke to them specifically about their lives. And I turned to my older daughter, Marissa, and I said to her, "Marissa, what does this mean for you? You want to be a salon owner, you want to own a salon, and if somebody out there tells you that you're not very good at doing hair or something, are you going to let what they say control your thoughts?" And she said, "No, because I know I'm good at doing what I do. And I've always wanted to do this, and this is something I want to do. I want to have the best salon in Manhattan." And I said, "Well, then with that desire and that burn, you're going to have that best salon, and you're going to make that goal happen." And then I turned to my little guy, who's 9, and he's always wanted to be an MLB player, and he's dying to play for the Yankees. And that's all he talks about, and he is obsessed with it, and he watches the Yankees, and he plays baseball at home. And you know, he's 9, so his skill set is at the 9-year-old level. And he is determined to be on that team. And I said to him, "So if somebody tells you all through elementary school and all through high school that you'll never amount to anything and you're never going to be good, what are you going to do?" And he shocked me by saying, "Well, Mom, I read the book about Michael Jordan, and he wasn't accepted in his team, and look at him, he was one of the best players ever." I was so proud of him for thinking that and saying that. It blew my mind. And you know what? He's going to make it if that's what he desires. And then I turned to my younger daughter and I said to her, "Amanda, did you hear that?" And of course she didn't, because she had her earphones in. She was tuning out the world, as all 13-year-olds will do on a long trip. So I reread the quote to her and I said, "What does this mean to you? How can you relate this to your future? Did you really want to emulate Coco Chanel? And you want to be this fashion designer, and that's such a cutthroat world. And what are you going to do when people say to you, 'Ugh, your designs are horrible,' or 'Nobody's going to wear that. That's never been done before. What are you going to do?" And she flat out told me, "I don't care what they say. I'm going to make it happen." And then she put her earphones back in, and that was the end of that. But she got the message. And then I turned to my other son, and I said to him, "You know, this is something you can apply in your life too, and I'm actually proud of you because you do apply it." He's on the football team, and he's always been on the baseball team, and he loves these sports, and he is by no means the best on the team. But he is probably the hardest trier, and he does the best that he possibly can every time he's out there. And although he knows this year, being that he's a junior, he's only going to be sitting on the bench because of his skill set, he is still so pumped and so excited to get on that field every morning and practice with the boys and show them that he's there as a team member and a team player, even though he's sitting there and doing absolutely nothing but sitting there. I am so proud of him, because that just shows his determination and his skill, that he can overcome what the outside world is telling me. I mean, he's had kids tell him, "You're never going to be able to be on the team, and you're never going to be able to do this," and he does it anyway. And he is the most amazing, powerful child at 16 that I can ever imagine, because it's all up here, and you need to make a choice, and you need to decide who's going to control your life. Are you going to let your boss at your job control your life? Are you going to let the outside forces tell you what to do? Or are you going to listen to your inner soul and your inner thoughts and be the driver of your destination? I know I'm the driver of my destination. And if you'd like to learn how, I'd like you to click the link below, and we'll see you on the other side. So long.